So watch this video right here. This is what happens when you file the rakers down too low on a chainsaw on a chain. And this one's even worse because it's on a souped up chainsaw built by Randy up at Mastermind. And this is not my saw either. This happens to be one of the guys in the saw classes that was there, and he was filming this. So just watch this video, and after this clip, I'll tell you what to do to fix the chain to get it back right. So enjoy it here right quick. Watch how much power this saw has too. So yesterday I went over to Northport Power Equipment and picked this saw up for one of the participants in the felling class this weekend. But I've got to get the wrong bar on it. It's 18 on there. I'm gonna swap it out, put a 20 on it and get it right there. But that's a 550 XP Mark II. Alright, so that video that y'all just seen was a textbook perfect example of when you get the rakers too low on a chain. So you ask, what can you do to correct it? Well, one thing you don't do is keep running it, because you can see how violent the saw is reacting to that chain. And what happens is these, yeah, you can see it on the video, these rakers right here, or drags, they can be called either one, they get filed down too low, and it makes the difference between the cutting edge and that raker too great, and it makes it bite. That raker is that's the cutting depth for that tooth right there. Now they make hang on, I'll show you. They make gauges that'll tell you what you're supposed to file it down to. And here's one right here. This is one right here. Lay it on the tooth like that right there. And that raker should be even with what that gauge is showing right there. She's right here are right on the money right there. They're just right. So if you get it, if you file that raker down too much, all you got to do then, and it's biting like that and pulling like that, like you was doing in the video, all you got to do is just file the tooth. Just get on it. If it's really bad like that one in the video, go ahead and make you about 5 passes on it. Run it, see what it does. And if that don't do it, come back and get you about 5 more passes on it until you get it where it'll do. Now that saw right there, when it showed up here that day, that was a saw that belonged to Tim from up there at Knoxville, Tennessee. That saw was built by Randy up at Mastermind, and that saw did not play. It was a 372 X torque that he had worked on and had it all hot rodded, and so the saw had a lot of power. There it is right there. And they can hurt you. You see in that one spot part of the video, it was kicking so hard back at me, it was activating the chain brake right there. So this is the saw that was given to me here, and I just got through taking it. I didn't realize it still had the spark arrestor in it, and I just took it out of it. Let's see what I do with it. I did lay it somewhere over here. I was going to show it to y'all. Here's what this is what one looks like right there, like that. It's just a metal screen. I don't know what I did with the darn thing. Just a metal screen in there. But it blocks airflow on it. So, like I said, you hadn't messed anything up if you get the rakers too low. I don't ever use a gauge on them. I do it by how the saw feels, by how it's cutting, and you can lay a gauge on here on them like I did on this one. And take the saw a little bit. And all of these are going to be good. I mean, they're right there on it. They just right. This is an organ gauge right here, and the rakers are supposed to be 0.25, 25 thousandths lower, which is not very much. And the cool thing was Tim, before I ran that saw the other day, he told me, he said, I think I got the rakers too low on that. He said, man, be careful with it. And which I'm glad he did, because that kind of let me know where it was. But I mean, they pull so hard when they're like that, man. They ain't safe to run like that. And I filed it one time, but we were in the middle of class, and I didn't have time to keep on working on it. And I told him, I said, I'll file it again for you right quick. He said, no, don't worry about it. He said, I'm fixing to go ahead and just throw a new chain on it. So that's what he did. He chunked threw a new chain on it. Oh, it's still in the vice grips. I had to grab this one with some vice grips. That's what the arrestor screen looks like in that one right there. That I just snatched out. And it just kind of restricts the airflow on it a little bit. It'll let the saw breathe better now, is what it'll do. And it'll sound a little bit different too. Just a little bit, not much. This saw right here runs really good once it gets warmed up. It's a little bit sluggish when, and that's just a carburetor on it when you first crank it up. Once it gets some heat in it and the cylinder on it, it does really good. This old bar here, this old tip, really need to put another tip in. You see how it's done wore back on it there pretty good. I've run this old bar for a long time right there. It's an old 20-inch bar right there. Long time. Done some good saws. Good saws. Scabbard back on it. So yeah, ready to go. So I'm getting ready for the saw class, the felling class, to come up this coming weekend. Looking forward to it. I've talked to everybody this coming. So what we're gonna do is come in here on Friday evening as everybody gets coming in here, and we're gonna go ahead and start running Friday evening, and I'm gonna start working on people on their boring and using the tips of the bars and all that stuff like that, and just kind of it's one of those things, the more you do it, the better you get at it. And I have a bar right there the camera's sitting on. I got color coded there where I use for demonstration purposes on how to use the bar, how to roll it to get it to go in the tree there, or in the wood, or whatever you're gonna bore. And so we're gonna work on that. And then Saturday morning we're gonna get fired up a little bit earlier than what I normally do. On the other saw class, we're gonna start at about 7:30 here in the shop, and then we're gonna do a couple things outside with the saws again, and then we're gonna hit the road at about 8 miles down the road, and we're gonna go to cutting trees down the rest of the day, going through all that stuff like that. So that'll be really good. And then Saturday night, everybody wants to go, we'll load up and we'll go to Hooks, and we'll have us a good meal there Saturday night, kind of end of the day kind of thing, get all cleaned up and go out to eat. So that'll be good, because most everybody watches the videos knows about Hooks and likes to, when I go there and all that. And it's a good place to eat. I mean, we got quite a few good places here in Columbus, but Hooks happens to be my favorite one to frequent there out of all of them. So we'll do that. But so while y'all watching this video, it may be raining here while y'all are watching this video, because that'll be Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Today's tonight, right now it's Tuesday night. So anyhow, I think that's about it. That's about all I'm gonna do tonight. So we'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.